Hey, what's up everybody? GameDad here. Now I've got exciting news. Kratos is back. Now this is the total revamp of the series. This is God of War only on PlayStation 4. Now come with me as we go on this brand new adventure with Kratos, and this time also his son Atreus. So let's check out what the game has in store for us. In God of War for the PS4, you actually take a much different approach than you would to any other God of War game. Normally, what you would do in those games is actually go on a hack and slash adventure, and the story would kind of progress itself along the way. Now, in this game, the story does the same kind of thing, but the developers have made much of the game more RPG oriented than in previous games in the franchise. Now with that, you actually collect several different kinds of items, and you upgrade tons of different skills along the way, which adds a whole new layer of depth to the God of War franchise. And I think it works really well in this game, and obviously a lot of other people feel the same way because this game actually won a ton of awards, including Game of the Year. One of the other big changes to this God of War game was the fact that you're actually playing alongside a companion throughout the entire game, and that's your son Atreus. Now, in addition to upgrading everything for your own character, skills, and abilities, you actually get to do the same thing for Atreus. I thought that was pretty unique because normally you don't really get to upgrade anything about your companion characters. I mean, you might get to give them something like armor and weapons, but nothing truly customizable. And in this game, you're able to upgrade every detail when it comes to Atreus. Another major aspect to this game that I don't believe was as prevalent in previous God of War games is the puzzle solving. You're going on this massive grand adventure with one overarching puzzle that requires you to solve several other smaller puzzles to complete it. So you have your whole overworld and Midgard, and then you have to go through and actually unlock all of the other different realms and then solve more puzzles and go through various objectives within them. And I thought that was really cool how they did that. In this God of War, exploration is definitely a key component. While in previous games it was very linear and you just progressed through the level and moved on to the next piece of the story. Now in God of War for PS4, what you actually do is you have Midgard, which is your overworld, and this connects you to the other realms: Alfheim, Helheim, Muspelheim, Niflheim, and Jotunheim. To get to the different realms, you have to move a massive bridge that belonged to Tyr and is located in the center of the Lake of Nine. Now, whenever you're exploring, there are tons of different side quests and collectibles, and they even allude to different gods, including Thor. Now, with all the exploration this game has, one thing that I really appreciated was that the game had a lot of historical accuracy to it, and being a fan of Greek and Norse mythology, I really enjoyed seeing all the different characters and locations, and everything else that really helped to bring the lore of this game together. Something else that I really liked in this game was all of the different characters or NPCs that it had. Of course, you have Kratos and Atreus, whom you play as, but you've also got the Dwarven brothers Sindri and Brock, who act as the merchants and or blacksmiths in the game, the various dragons that you free, Fafnir, Otr, and Rayan. Then you also have several other characters like Freya, who plays a role in different ways in the game. The game also has the world snake, Jormungandr. Then, with all the minor and major bosses in the game, it just adds to its overall expansiveness as a whole. Now, an obvious aspect of this game is combat. I mean, God of War games are just known for crazy battles, and in previous games, it was all about doing just hack and slash and button mashing combos, whereas with this game, it's all about strategy, because although the battles can get intense in difficulty or quantity at times, you still have a much greater strategic way to complete each fight through the use of your various skills and with the aid of Atreus and his different arrow types. It really allows the player to experience a much more fleshed out battle system, which is awesome. I really feel like the battle system in this game is a step in the right direction, and I really hope that when they inevitably release another God of War game, that they continue with this same type of system, and even maybe flesh it out a little more by adding increased variation to it. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about in this review was how the main bosses in the game keep recurring throughout the story and how you get to keep fighting the two brothers Modi and Magni. In doing this, each battle gets progressively more difficult, but it also allows the player to really step up their game by learning how to use Kratos and Atreus and all of the abilities that they have so that you can take on these two gods in the game. Now, with all of that being said, I can honestly say that there were a ton of great games in 2018, but this was by far my favorite. I really enjoyed doing my playthrough of this whole game on Twitch, and if you wanted to see that, you can click the card above and it'll take you to that playlist. Now, I didn't 100% complete the game, but I did complete the main story. I won't give any spoilers in this review, but if you wanted to check it out, the playlist is available. Now, if you haven't had a chance to check out God of War for the PS4, I highly recommend it, as this is an absolutely fantastic game. So there you have it, everybody. That is God of War, only on PlayStation 4. Now, I really enjoyed playing through this game. I will say, I won't give any spoilers, but they definitely leave this game open for further entries in the series, which is super exciting because this game was awesome. Now, whether it was the graphics, the overall gameplay mechanics, or just the witty banter going on between Kratos and Atreus, this game has a little bit of everything for everyone. And if you like this video, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also the notification bell so you get alerted every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.